lineup. Row number 1, Jacob Ashcroft, second of the grid, Harry Bartle on pole and all British row number 1. Vasileios Malamis and Greece and Kai Johnson from Team USA on row 2. Alfonso Ferreira and Alois Girardet on row 3. Then it's Thomas Preda and Travis Teo from Malaysia on row number 4. Row 5, another Thai driver, Toby Gale and Tiger Tezuka. Then it's Zain El Homassani representing the UAE, but a very proud Egyptian, and Ryusei Sawada on the outside of row 6. Bautista Panetta from Argentina and the fastest lady, Yvonne Simeonova on row 7. Marcel Zibo and Arnas Kaplikas on row number 8. Row number 9, Max Sadursky and Zach Tucker. Then Zedek Babicek and Gage Korn round out your top 20. Row number 11, Adam Kaji and Lucas de Longchamp, Jakub Kubera and Alexis Bayerjon on row number 12. Row 13, Ruben Gutierrez and Corey Carson, Antoine Lemieux and Philippe Reis on row number 14. Row 15, Patricio Gallardo and Jigen Yoshida. Row 16, Caleb Odendahl and Nikita Lubimov. The last 2 rows of the grid, Brando Badoni and Dinia Islamov, Edward Kennedy and Fausto Arnado round out the field. Arnado starting at the back because every single one of his qualifying laps he broke the track limits rule, so the laps were excluded. Watch for the Argentine driver to make a good move forward. Lights are out, we're off and racing, and we're going to get 36 carts through turn number 1 safely just about now. They fan out 4-5 wide, and round the outside possibly was that Kai Johnson making a good start, or I think Harry Bartle may have held on. No, Bartle's down to 3rd. It is Jacob Ashcroft in the lead, but another generally good clean start as one driver runs very wide, but breathe a sigh of release now, Manny Maxfield.
Yeah, much more even start than we saw the previous heat, with both rows being much more equal together. So we have one driver off in turn number 6, I believe.
Exploring the scenery, that driver was. If he does get back online, we'll pick up that. Let's have a look coming up the hill. You can see at the top of your screen somebody very, very fast on the outside line. A little bit of rain, trying to see who that was, but they do keep it straight. The tyres will be very, very dirty, very, very muddy, and that driver I think may have been it was Patricio Gallardo from Chile.
Yeah, so that's the trouble with the track being as it is now. With these damp patches, you're trying to go a couple cars wide into the wide turn number 6, but with the wet patches still being there, you have the chance of getting caught out.
Now Jacob Ashcroft lead, but under intense pressure from Kai Johnson and Harry Bartle. I think Kai Johnson may have taken the lead. Now Kai is not wearing his Team USA race suit because it got very, very wet. He forgot to put his wetsuit on for practice, so the race suit is damp. We've got a driver in the background going off, but it is still Ashcroft leading, Bartle at the 2nd, Johnson in 3rd. Then it's Vasileios Malamis in 4th for Greece, but he's under pressure from Thomas Preda, with Alfonso Ferreira, Portugal, also in this battle. 5-car breakaway, then a big group for 6. The 5 leaders, Ashcroft, Johnson, Bartle, Malamis and Preda.
Yeah, I think not necessarily in that order still, because they are fighting throughout this lap, as we see the sector times being in a little bit different order coming through, but we'll have the complete order of the top 5 and they will cross the start and finish line in a couple moments time. But it is still Jacob Ashcroft in the lead, narrowly followed by Harry Brittle now and Kai Johnson in 3rd, with Malamis in P number 4 and Thomas Pradier in P5.
Yes, indeed, and the 2 British drivers working together. You saw Harry Bartle just sitting. Is that Harry that's taking the race lead? It is Harry that's now taking the race lead, I believe. Up the hill, Bartle and Ashcroft following, working very, very close together. The 2 British drivers, they will try and push away because, they're going to hope that Kai Johnson and Malamis, the Greek driver, will battle behind. Johnson in 3rd, Malamis 4th. Look at Preda holding on. Alois Girardet is up into P6 for France, but he's a long way back. Then Ferreira, Travis Teo from Malaysia, and Ryusei Sawada from Japan round out the top 9, with Panetta, the Argentine driver, in 10th. Arnas Kaplikas sadly has retired the Team Lithuania kart, and I'm looking at see where Fausto Arnado has already gained 10 positions from the back of the grid up to 26th.
Yeah, he is the biggest mover at the moment in this field, with also a couple other guys getting 8 or 6 positions gained already in these first 3 laps of this heat.
And this is a great view. It just gives you an idea of the undulation of that start and how fast you're going down towards turn 1. Now the two British drivers, Bartle and Ashcroft, trying to work together. But if you look at 3rd, 4th and 5th, as they come up the hill through turn number 6, Kai Johnson from Team USA, Vasileios Malamis from Greece, and Thomas Pradier from France are closing in. We can have a 5-car battle before the end.
Yeah, Thomas Pradier now clocking in the fastest lap, being the last driver in that group. He is getting the maximum out of that tow down the long straight for these Minimax drivers, and it is showing what we've heard earlier on in this week. With the tow being such great effect, you see these lap times tumbling if they are able to.
If you get in that slipstream, just the right zone, you need to come out of this corner about 6 or 7 kart lengths behind, and that will give you the maximum tow. Side by side though, for 4th place, that's between Pradier and Johnson. That's not going to help them. 2 British drivers start the penultimate lap with about a 10 kart length lead. Oh, there's a move for 4th place. I think that was Pradier making a move on Johnson.
Yeah, Malum is there now getting quickest with a 64.7, but he is still a little bit too far away, with a gap now opening up to 4 tenths. And Jacob Ashcroft and Harry Brittle at this stage of this heat working together really well to help each other with that slipstream, pushing one another along the long main straight to stay away from the chasing 3 guys in that group.
So, as Rust says, Vasileios Malamis gets the fastest lap of the race. He is in perfect slipstreaming position as they come up the hill. We'll watch them on the start-finish straight to see as they come out of turn 15. Now, look at the gap between 2nd and 3rd. It's about 10 kart lengths. It's going to be a lot less by the time they get to turn number 3. Malamis has got to get his head down as we start the final lap. Bartle leads, Ashcroft 2nd. Now Bartle begins to defend. Here comes Malamis in 3rd place. He's not closing up as much as I thought. Behind him, Thomas Pradier in 4th place is right there, down the hill towards turn 5. Bartle still leads, but he is defending from Ashcroft. What can Jacob Ashcroft do?
Well,
trying to make it 2 wins out of 2.
Bartle's been in the same situation here yesterday, leading the last lap and then being overtaken by Alfagali in this sector, which they're entering now. So we'll see if Harry Bartle has learned from that experience.
And he has. He doesn't even give Jacob Ashcroft the chance to go around the outside, but Ashcroft is going to sit now. He's got maybe one down at the turn 12. This next corner, Hust, can Ashcroft make a gap? The answer is no.
Now, he did have a look on the inside, but he saw that the defending move as a crisscross happens into the last couple of corners. We have the Malamis now in prime position, in position number 3, but he gets wide into turn number 15 and 16 now coming onto the main straight. We'll see who gets to the line first when they cross the line. It is Harry Brittle ahead of Jacob Ashcroft, ultimately with Malasis in position number 3. It is Thomas Pradier in position number 4, and the top 5 is completed by Kai Johnson.
Yeah, you can see that Malamis got up the inside into the penultimate corner, but then the momentum just took his way. Ashcroft could just ease back going into the corner. A great crossover move. Harry Bartle, the driver that started his career in the Daniel Ricciardo series in the UK, has now won his first race, or the first race of his career in the Rotax Grand Finals. Jacob Ashcroft. So we have Christopher Alfagali, a double winner, Ashcroft with a 1st and 2nd already, and Bartle with a 1st and 2nd already. Now, with 1 heat for each of these drivers to go, we're starting to see a real order of sort of superiority begin to develop itself. 2 British drivers, 1 from Lebanon. There's lots of others still in contention, but every time you look up in Minimax, it's those 3 names that are at the head of the field.
Yeah, it sure is, and I think they will be battling throughout the week for the top spot in the final on Saturday afternoon.
Well, Bartle, Ashcroft, Malamis in 3rd, Pradier in 4th, Johnson 5th, Travis Teo, what a great drive from the Malaysia to finish in 6th position, Max Swiderski from 17th on the grid to 7th. Now, the iPad of Doom, the leaders, no problems there. Yes.
Doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't look. The iPad of Doom has passed them by, and there's Pradier looking around, a bit of a nod to the number 104 of Travis Teo. That young man there on your screen, Travis Teo, Malaysia, they've got 4 drivers here, and having a fantastic run in Minimax there with Travis Teo. Probably not one of the drivers that we thought would be strong heading there. There's Praga.